Halloween, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to my October Halloween Christian movie horror extravaganza. Just me watching a bunch of Christian horror movies is the idea. That's what I'm kind of getting at here. Anyway, welcome back to it. Hope you enjoyed my bargain bin of Hangman's Curse. You can check it out if you haven't right here. Today, we're gonna get into another Christian horror movie, so stick around. All right, so this week I was scrolling around christiancinema.com, a website that I highly recommend for renting or buying good or bad Christian movies. Plus, full disclosure here, the CEO and other members of their staff happen to be fans of this show that you're watching right now. Don't ask me why that is, I have no clue, but I do appreciate it. Anyway, you can go watch this movie and many others on christiancinema.com. They're not sponsoring me, not yet anyway, but if they want to, they can. I'll allow it. While browsing around there, I came across this Christian horror movie. I had to show it to you guys because if I didn't, you wouldn't believe that it was real. Unless, of course, you watched the review of the trailer that I put out yesterday. But still, you may still be wondering, could it be real? Is this real? The name of the movie, of course, is Unwanted Presence. That's presence with a C, not Unwanted Presents, as if Santa brought you this movie. Let's just jump right into it. Grab your candy and get ready for my movie night review of Unwanted Presence. So it starts off pretty exciting. This girl finds out she has an incurable disease. And I'm sorry that I had to tell you through this delay. Pedal. Jeez, is that how the doctors tell you? Fortunately, I've not been in this type of situation, but it's cold, man. Cold-blooded. Already you can tell that this is the highest caliber of films. So she's sitting on her bed, then it flashes over to bad things happening to her. Give me that wing. Fine. And she decides that, you know what, she ain't going out like that. Instead, she wants to go out in this much more statistically unlikely way for a girl to go out, shooting herself in the head. Fun! Great start. All right, whew. Okay, so let's get into it. All right, so we cut over to this newsroom. Let's get right into the news. The royalty-free music made popular by everyone online who ever does any sort of news parody type thing.
News goes on live in 15 minutes.
I read on the internet, which isn't always accurate about these types of things, that this movie had a $150,000 budget. Well, that's more money than I've ever been given for any sort of particular project. That's pretty low. There's $1 million movies that don't look great, so it's under $1 million. Make of that what you will. I just felt like you guys should know. Great, cool. We ready? Ready to get scared?
Julie, go get Mark, now!
Mr. Klein, I can do the news.
Get out of here!
No, really, I worked with Laura for 5 years now, and I can take her place.
Okay, so I'm picking up from this scene that girl who shot herself in the beginning, she was an anchor at this local TV station. She didn't come into work, which of course means it's time for a hilarious joke.
Give me a chance, Mr. Klein.
Sounds great.
Get hair and makeup on her, and this is your chance. Don't mess it up.
There's no way that she could have gotten all of her makeup on in that short amount of time. Suicide. Woo!
Get over here, see what's going on. I need her at 6 o'clock.
Let's go check in on the dead girl. Hey, she didn't even touch the doorbell.
Laura! Excuse me. Have you seen anything unusual here?
I heard a shot. She's probably dead.
No.
Just like all the other.
I didn't think to call anyone when I heard that gunshot because who cares? So Laura is dead, which we know because we saw it earlier on in the movie, but that doesn't stop the movie from forcing us to sit here forever as we wait for other characters to figure out what's happening. So this lady calls the cops or something? I don't know what they are.
Calm down, man. Okay. Calm down. What's wrong?
Calm down. Get a hold of yourself.
So after about 5 minutes, they finally discover Laura dead in the bedroom.
You know any family members that we get a hold of? Anyone? Anyone at all?
Anyone?
I don't know a family. I don't know.
So apparently they call in CSI to investigate the crime scene. Yes, just dust for prints for this obvious suicide. Who knows? Maybe they have to do that. Maybe it's procedure and I don't know what I'm talking about, but I'm pretty sure that makeup brush isn't standard equipment for dusting for prints. So then we cut over to the secretary of, I guess, the estate lawyer who's gonna deal with this situation.
Thank you for calling the law offices at Preston Woods.
Oh, apparently she's getting a call from premiumbeat.com. Okay.
Preston Woods, how may I help you?
What was the point of that? Don't you think that edit could have gone like this? Exterior shot, interior of lawyer.
Preston Woods, how may I help you?
Just cut out the secretary scene altogether. It doesn't make any sense. The lawyer is shocked that Dora Love is dead.
Oh.
Upon hearing the news, the lawyer gets right down to business, which we have to watch for some reason.
To get in touch with Wallace at the Baker Funeral Home, and then we need to send a power of attorney to a Kate Livingston. I'll give you the fax number in a minute, and get right on that if you would.
So the next person that he calls is the realtor, because he's got to sell that house.
Hey, Rachel, long time no talk to.
What an awkwardly worded sentence.
Rachel, bring a contract with you.
You know, I'm never without a contract.
What?
Great. Thanks, Rachel. See you in a few days. Bye.
Apparently a few days later.
It's great to see you, Preston.
It's good to see you, too. Been long time no see.
Long time no see too.
Rachel?
Yeah.
I gotta tell you.
I'm not actually Kenny Rogers.
I can't believe the Laura Love committed suicide.
It is crazy.
It's so sad. It is. This house is beautiful.
I don't think you'll have any trouble selling that.
Other than the suicide thing that we just talked about. So they go inside to check it out.
Oh, I've never seen anything like this before.
What? The body's still there? That... gross.
She was successful, beautiful, celebrity.
Calm down, lady. She was a local news anchor. But then, a mysterious woof of air.
I don't know what that was. Let's go to the kitchen.
I didn't fart or anything. It was probably a ghost. Then, the exciting signing the contract scene.
If you'll just sign here.
I'm sure I could trust you to fill in the blank sections of this alarm system installation contract later, right? Great, now that we're done with that exciting scene, let's check out this lady measuring a funeral home lobby. But then, something freaks her out.
Rachel, get hold of yourself. It's just a house.
So she calls some phone number she has memorized in order to get a cleaning crew out.
How long does it take to get a cleaning crew out to a house?
Yeah, let me check our price list for a cleaning crew out to a house. Looks like it's gonna be 10 minutes.
All right, let's mop up that dead body.
Thank you for coming out on such short notice.
Is that the lady from War
I
Room?
want to warn you, there is a mess in that bedroom.
And by mess, I mean a dead body. But as the cleaning crew is cleaning up, they start to get weird. And they decide, you know what, we cannot deal with this ridiculousness.
Keep your money, lady. Your house is haunted. Find
What?
someone else.
What happened? What happened?
Hey, what happened?
Gotta be somebody that can do this.
So she slaps on her unconnected keyboard at dogpile.com and finds a new cleaning crew. I know, storytelling at its finest.
That's too great for us, so you don't have to fuss.
We'll even clean up dead bodies, even when they are weeks old. All right, so let me just clarify what's happened so far. A girl kills herself. She doesn't show up for work. We cut over to her work, who then sends one of the employees over to her house, who then calls the cops, who then call the secretary of the lawyer of the estate, who transfers the call to the lawyer, who then calls the realtor, who then calls the cleaning service. Make that 2 cleaning services, and then we're introduced to the main character. I know we've met a lot of great characters so far, but forget them, because this is the one you need to care about. None of those other people matter. You know, that was all set up for the amazing story that's about to unfold involving this lady. See, she's at this unspecified office party because she's just gotten a great promotion and is moving to a new office where she'll be the boss.
And I believe this promotion is the right new beginning for you. You know, a fresh start for the future.
Sometimes what we need is new beginnings.
Like this movie should have probably just started here. All right, she is on her way. Got that built-in Canon DSLR in her radio? Living the dream. So she checks into her hotel.
Hey, I'm Lindsay Parker.
Oh, you'll be here with us for a long while. They just finished cleaning your suite.
Yes, but the audience needs to know exactly how to get to her suite.
You take the elevator behind you, go to the 3rd floor. It's the 3rd room on the right. It's room 333.
Thanks. All right, well, it's the first day of work for new boss Lindsay. Here we go.
Oh, Miss Parker, we've been expecting you. Just one moment.
Thank you.
In fact, he's been creepily waiting around the corner for you all morning.
I'm Michael Carter. To meet you.
Thank you. Can't wait to get started.
If you'll come with me, I'll show you to your office and introduce you around.
All right, hopefully now we'll get to learn what exactly she does, and we'll get to meet all these exciting characters.
This is Carrie. She'll be your administrative assistant.
Hi, Carrie. Welcome, Miss Parker. Nice to meet you.
Now let me show you your office. I hope this meets with your approval.
And I hope you don't mind that I changed my pants while I walked down the hall. Seriously, he was wearing black pants when she came in. Now he's wearing khaki pants.
I'll leave it to you to introduce Miss Parker to some of the staff and introduce her around.
Oh, both things? Okay, great.
Parker.
This is Carol, Mindy, and Jason.
Hello.
Hi, Miss Parker.
Hi, how are you?
Hi,
Nice to meet you.
It's nice to meet you.
We'll be here to pad out your movie and annoy your audience anytime you need. No, but seriously, these people are insufferably annoying.
I can tell you 3 will be very useful.
Useful for what? What does she do? As Lisa settles in her new job, we get her first decree as boss.
I'd like to have a meeting, and I'd like to schedule that meeting today at 4 o'clock in the conference room.
Wherever that is.
Please let them know that it is mandatory.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you want to tell me who exactly will be at the meeting? Who they are? No? Oh, okay.
For those that don't know me yet,
Consider yourself
I'm
lucky.
Lindsay Parker, your new executive director. First, I'd like to compliment you.
Are these people supposed to be funny? What's the point? We gotta have some comic relief. Let's get the producer or the director or something to just sit in the break room and we'll toss them in here and there. That'll really liven up this movie.
My presence here today
means unwanted. By the way, this is the vaguest meeting in cinematic history.
Together, we're going to take this company to a new level.
Whoa.
Right now, we are considered lagging far behind our competitors.
No.
Currently, we're 8th place based on current trending.
Oh my
Beginning
goodness.
today, that's going to change.
Good.
Our goal is to be #1 in the industry.
What industry? What competitors? What are you talking about?
We have to have a plan.
My God, she's insane.
And the ability to execute this plan. We must be focused on our resources, our efforts, and skill sets. There's nothing that can stand in our way. We will be #1 within the next 24 months. My secretary will email you to confirm your personal appointments with me.
Is this supposed to be like this? Or, wait, is she seeing ghosts right now? And that's why she can barely get her lines out? Well, this inspiring meeting doesn't make the 3 stooges from the break room who weren't invited to the meeting very happy.
She's pretty, but...
Pretty butt. Now that is inappropriate. You should not be talking about her butt.
She sure is tough.
Why weren't you guys in the meeting anyway? Isn't she supposed to be your boss? I'm wondering if these people even work there. Are they the ghosts? And now, obviously, we need to learn about the secretary's family. I mean, we've already learned about plenty of other unnecessary characters, so why not? So this scene has the trailer for Disney's Pixie Hollow in the background just playing there. I gotta play this entire scene for you guys. My video might get a copyright claim from Disney, but you know what? It's so dumb and awkward, I'm willing to risk it by leaving it in.
Pixie Hollow forever.
I wish I could go there. Maybe I could make it colder.
It's attached.
Pixie Hollow's in trouble. Seasons have been thrown out.
Good job, honey. Thank you so much.
Sisters to save Pixie Hollow.
We must protect the Pixie Tree.
Hey, Carrie, you meet your new boss?
Yes, I did. I think I'm gonna like her. She's beautiful. She's brilliant.
I think I'm in love with her.
I think the corporation paid big bucks to get her.
All right, so now we go back to the office where we still have no clue what they do, but you know what? Maybe that's okay. I mean, the focus of this movie isn't on the office. The focus is more on, actually, what is this movie about? Now, sprinkled throughout the film, we get a bunch of these pointless scenes with these people, but I don't feel like putting all of them into my review, so here's one just to give you the idea so you know I'm not lying.
Shut up. Shh. Miss Parker is really serious about us being more productive.
Well, I knew that would happen. She'd come here and start changing everything. If we want to keep our jobs, we have to get serious about work. That's true. That's true.
And that's it. You're welcome. Then we cut back to the new cleaning crew. The plot thickens.
All the personal items are to be taken out of the house. Things like towels, linens,
brains.
Rosie, you take the bathrooms.
Yes,
Sophie,
my
you
favorite.
Bathrooms are her favorite.
Henrietta, you take the bedroom.
Woohoo, that's where the dead body is.
Okay, ladies, let's clean and sing.
So, just remember, this is the same movie that started out with this. All right, so the cleaning crew is cleaning up. Oh, good. I was wondering what, if anything, this had to do with Christianity, but now we know because this cleaning lady is mom singing a Sunday school song.
He's got the whole world in his hands. He's got the whole.
Look, we need to have at least 10 minutes of you guys singing this song if it's gonna qualify as a Christian movie, so just keep it rolling. So, did they ever get the dead body cleaned up? Otherwise, the singing would be kind of morbid.
Wow. Everything looks great.
I could hardly tell this was a bloody suicide scene.
Great job.
Thank you.
All right, so sick of living in a hotel, our main character commissions her secretary to find a house for her.
My new boss is looking for a house. Would you be able to speak with her?
Sure, put her on.
Okay, thanks.
The secretary puts brown-haired executive lady on the phone with the realtor. She may be a big hotshot executive at the company. They just don't have technology to transfer calls just yet.
Yes, I'm looking for a nicer home in a gated community.
And would you like pickles on that?
I just listed a property that I think would be perfect for you. Though it does have quite a bit of history.
It's a little haunted, but it's great for parties.
The price is $550,000, and did I mention it is fully furnished?
I will warn you, the furniture is hideous. It'll definitely make you want to kill yourself.
If you're available tomorrow, I would love to see this home. Great.
And even though the scene should have ended right there, the conversation keeps going because, of course, they have to make their plans, and she has to explain to the secretary what her plans are. I'm thinking they spent like a third of the budget on this car. So Lindsay goes to look at the house with the realtor. Dun dun! Oh my goodness.
I think you're going to be very pleased.
Look out! There's a ghost behind you! Oh no, that's the realtor.
Don't you think this rocking chair looks a little out of character for this decor?
I was told that the previous owner cherished that chair.
It's not a chair, but it's chair-ish.
Just a little old and odd looking to me, don't you think?
And the chair is too! So after checking out all the rooms in the house, Lindsay decides,
I love it.
I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure you're supposed to disclose if there's been a suicide or a murder in a house whenever you're selling it. I mean, I'm sure that differs from state to state, but it still feels like this realtor is being a little bit deceptive.
Would it be possible to put down a deposit today?
You're not gonna negotiate or something? You're just gonna kinda buy the house?
I'll schedule that closing as soon as I can.
Wonderful. Thank you, Rachel. Thank you so much.
Yeah, let me just go pick up $55,000 from the ATM. I'll be right back. But as Lindsay begins to settle into her new home, she notices a deep bass drop.
I swore I put this on the table.
All right, fully equipped mom gear outfit. Check. Then she goes to meet her new neighbor.
I'm your new neighbor, Lindsay Parker.
Hi, Mrs. Jones.
It's nice to meet you.
Hope this one doesn't die, too.
What was that? Oh, nothing. I was just talking to myself. Okay. The next morning, our hero goes in to take a shower. And apparently, she has a dog. So then she finds this book, which freaks her out. She just throws it away. Who needs it? I would probably read through it a little more. I'm just curious like that, I guess. Oh, so she hasn't taken a shower yet. Then why did we have that crossfade earlier? And why did she put a robe on? And what's going on with these light switches? And most importantly, why do I care so much about such a stupid movie? The realtor! She's back in your bed! Oh no, that's just a ghost. I guess our main character really does need a shower based on the face that this ghost is making. Later, the lady next door is still raking leaves. Then, at work...
Come in and meet Miss Parker.
Hi.
Miss Parker.
It's nice to meet you.
Okay, what Why are we introducing another brown-haired lady that we don't care about? I mean, I can't even tell which one of these is which. Maybe they're witches. And what would this movie be if it didn't spend the next minute or so making plans?
How would you like to have dinner tonight when we discuss business?
Sure.
Around 7 o'clock?
Sounds good.
All right. I know this quaint little restaurant. It's near the hotel I stayed at before I bought my house.
Yeah.
It's called Antonio's Bistro.
Oh, yeah. I'm very familiar with the place. I actually stayed there for a couple of nights before I rented my condo.
Okay, wonderful.
Yeah.
Let's go, Kat.
This conversation should have ended before the movie even started. So they end up going on their date together to talk about business, which they probably could have talked about at work. Isn't that what it's for?
Gary said you found a house.
We hope to come over and see it sometime.
Yeah, I'd love to.
Whoa, she's already inviting her back to her place?
Excuse me, ma'am. The gentleman over here bought you the house appetizer.
Can't you see that we're not into guys? Yes, I maybe should have seen this coming. This definitely does feel more like that kind of movie. Maybe we should take a quick break so I can make sure that this isn't, you know, the wrong kind of movie. The next morning, something peculiar happens. Why are we spending so much time watching her get ready? Oh my gosh. The diary that she threw away is on the nightstand! This movie's really started to get scary now. Whew, freaky. So, she left the house, only to be arriving back at the house? Either bad editing or spooky! And when she arrives at the house, she notices that that diary that she left on the nightstand hasn't moved at all! Woo! Did she think it was gonna move? Wait, is it cause the candle is there now? It moved? Then why are we zooming in on the notebook? But then, somebody farts on her. Ah! The same shot as before!
Talk has it that the house has been haunted for the past century.
Wow. My church talks about stuff like this. They say it's demonic activity, but...
Demonic activity, but? Maybe that's why the ghost farted on her. You know, that reminds me. The movie Paranormal Activity had 1/10 of the budget of this movie. Now, I'm not saying I loved Paranormal Activity or thought it was a great movie, but it was a heck of a lot better than this one. Well, gather around, because we're about to hear some ghost stories from our favorite trio.
Well, I'll never forget when I was in college. We went to this old plantation house. Some strange things happened that night. I literally ran for my life.
Whoa. What a scary story.
I know this stuff is real because when I was a little girl, we used to hear like footsteps like that in our house at night.
Like they were walking on cardboard?
It scared us so bad, my parents moved us into another house.
Called the Orphanage. So pushed too far, like I've been today, Lindsay asks her secretary to do a little research on the history of her house.
Just find information on the previous owners, what has happened on that property. I don't care how you do it, just I need this information as soon as possible.
Okay, I'll get right on it.
All right, thank you. Hi.
Hey.
Would you mind meeting me in my office, please?
Sure.
I'd like to make out real quick.
There's this diary. I can't believe I'm telling you this.
No, it's okay.
I guess this is the moment we were afraid might happen. It's supposed to be a Christian movie, but sometimes it's hard to tell.
At times I feel this cold air rushing past me. And I feel like someone's watching me constantly.
It's very funny to watch this scene because this lady, I guess, just was given no dialogue. So it keeps cutting back to her as if she's gonna say something, but it's just the same.
What if my house is haunted? I don't know what to do. Please don't tell anyone.
Have you thought about maybe having a housewarming, having some people over, see what happens when everyone gets together?
You're a genius.
Just see what happens? That's not a genius plan.
But who would I invite? I just know you and Carrie.
Well, there's the three that hang out in the break room.
Yeah, that's a great idea. Who cares if any ghost eats them, right? Yeah.
That's not funny.
What about 6 o'clock tomorrow evening?
Yeah, I can make that.
Okay, well, I'll go out.
Could this movie just stop making plans
Hey, Carrie, are you available for dinner with some other coworkers?
Quick tip, if a character is in one room in one scene, and then we smash cut to another scene and that character has changed rooms, audiences know. They fill in the gaps.
I'd like to invite all three of you to my home tomorrow night, 6 o'clock.
Why are you making us follow you around and listen to you invite every single person? It doesn't make any sense.
Now we're talking. We've been invited to the boss's house for dinner.
Yeah. You think we're gonna get a raise? Nice.
That'd be nice.
Carol, I'll pick you up. We'll ride.
Why? Why? It's too stupid. It's too frustrating. I'm just gonna skip it, and guess what? You won't miss a thing. Pretty unbelievable, isn't it?
Hi, welcome.
I don't know which is more unbearably annoying, this dog barking or the people he's barking at.
All right, we're gonna break the ice this evening. And I want each of you to tell me how you became an employee of the corporation.
The corporation.
Well, I have a really great story. Do I have to wait? Could you point me to the direction of the ladies' room, please?
Great, now we have to listen to directions to the bathroom.
It's right upstairs to the right.
Now, I admit, I don't know a lot about $500,000 houses, but I would guess that they would have more than one bathroom, probably. I mean, if I was spending that much money on a house, I wouldn't want people going up through my bedroom just to go to the bathroom. I think maybe she paid way too much for this house. But then, things start to get really freaky.
What the heck?
Somebody TP'd the bathroom? Oh no!
Oh my gosh.
So they decide they just can't stick around.
Miss Parker, if you'll excuse me, I'm leaving. I'm really sorry. It was nice of you to invite us. Thank you.
Every line is said like this. I mean, it could be that he's trying to hold it, you know, he doesn't want to use her haunted bathroom. Well, egg on my face, I guess her girlfriend was right. This was a super genius plan. So much has been accomplished.
Lindsay, I want you to come with me and stay at my house tonight. We can talk about it there.
I'm not leaving.
Come on, Lindsay, come with me. Come stay at my house tonight.
Calm down, lady. Whew, she's so aggressive.
I don't think we're gonna change your mind.
Come on, Corey.
We tried once, but I guess she's done for. So Carrie decides it's time to take out the trash. Nice hooker shoes. But while she's out there, she has another run-in with her neighbor.
You know, your house has a terrible reputation around here.
What?
Maybe this house is haunted. It causes crickets to change sounds depending on the camera angle.
I recently read about Laura Love in the newspaper, but...
Before she moved in, there was a death, a murder. It's that house. There's something really wrong with it.
I have to get Isaac and get out of here.
But while she's upstairs, something spooky happens. All right, if the ghost wants her to get out of the house, then why does it keep shutting doors? I gotta give it to this dog. He's definitely the best actor in the film.
Open the door!
What do you want?
There's something wrong with that house.
I told you so.
So she stays the night at her neighbor's house.
This is the worst cup of coffee I ever had.
I'm sorry. Miss Jones, would you mind walking over to the house with me and waiting while I get ready for work?
No, I'm not going over there.
Please.
No.
I don't want to go home.
Yeah, this ad-lib stuff it's great. It's not getting old at all. It's almost as good as the script itself. I think the scariest thing about this movie is that awful carpet, am I right? The next day, she gets a little bit of advice from her coworkers.
You need a psych.
A psych?
You're not kidding, are you?
No, this stuff is real. Even the police use them when nothing else works.
I can't believe I'm even considering this.
What other choice do you have?
Good point.
Wow, that was a great point. Whoa, wait, hold on. Her secretary has a candle in her hand. I'm beginning to think it's the secretary behind all of this whole time. Though we don't have a motive, I don't know, who knows? I'm gonna be watching you, secretary. You're under my microscope.
I want you to find the best psychic available. I don't care how much it costs.
Okay, I'm the best psychic available. Actually, yeah. So, you can just pay me, I'll check it out.
I can't live like this anymore. I can't do it. I just can't.
Guess what?
Miss Parker, she took our advice, and she has got Socrates the Great and pinpoint team
Oh my
coming
gosh.
to her.
Socrates the Great!
Oh my gosh.
Socrates the Great!
I think for my own mental health, I need to stop trying to make sense of this movie.
I can't believe it.
I
We've got to
know.
get away to get to her house that
Definitely.
night.
Well, trust me, ladies, I'll find a way.
You'll find a way to get to her house? You've already been to her house. Just go.
What are those dates again?
Stop planning things. Just cut to the person being at your house. Free lesson in editing. Here's how this edit could have worked.
I want you to find the best psychic available. I don't care how much it costs.
Super simple. But no, instead we get about 15 minutes of filler, some of which include Socrates arriving at his hotel and weirdly sitting on his bed.
So, Socrates the Great comes, says a bunch of stupid lines, kicks her out of her house, and, I guess is evaluating the house.
Carrie, you're gonna have to book me a room back at the same hotel I'd been at. Okay. I can't believe this. I'm back where I started. Ticks me off.
All right, ladies, I got a plan. Let's all meet back here at 6.
No! No more planning, please.
All right, you guys know how, like, in The Ring or It or The Grudge, you have that moment whenever the main character starts to discover what exactly is really going on? Well, here's that moment right now.
Here's the full report you wanted on your house.
1700s. Leggett and his clan would hang outsiders from their hanging tree.
Whoa. Her land was owned by a KKK member 100 years before the KKK existed.
1900s. A fire burned the house to the ground. 5 were killed in the fire.
Oh, in the 1900s this happened? Sure that's not a little too specific?
Why didn't I listen to the real estate agent? She told me that history.
All right, I think the real estate agent might have been withholding a little bit here. You know, I honestly don't believe anything that's in this folder since I suspect that the secretary's behind all of it anyway. She probably just printed all that stuff out. What part of this is Christian? Like, I'm not saying it's not Christian, other than there being ghosts, I suppose. I'm starting to wonder if maybe she's just gonna become a Christian at the end and that's gonna make the ghosts go away. Obviously, that would be a really horrible thing to do. It'd be pretty stupid. I just can't think of another way that they can shoehorn in Christianity into this movie.
Socrates' assistant just faxed over the report.
Oh, and there's also this whole thing where this supposed celebrity ghost hunter team shows up at her house and does basically the same thing that Socrates the Great did. I'm gonna skip over it because it has no bearing on the film. I do find it interesting that they didn't bring a camera crew.
I got all the reports to show me that there's definitely something in my house. I am not giving up without a fight. No.
Well, after all this, Lindsay's secretary can't be silent any longer.
Can I share with you something about your house?
I think it might be haunted.
I know that there are rules about speaking religion in the workplace.
Here
and
we go.
I could lose my job for what I'm about to say.
Come on. There's no rules like that. Like, unless the company has some sort of HR policy that says that they can't talk about that stuff. But in that case, wouldn't her talking about ghosts for months on end kind of fall into the same category?
I've been watching this program for quite some time now.
Whatever happened to that other lady that she went to dinner with? Did they break up or something? And doesn't this secretary kind of serve the same purpose? Whatever purpose that was?
They've been doing spiritual house cleaning for over 20 years. I've got their phone number and website. You can check it out for yourself.
Actually, this really adds to my theory about it being the secretary pulling a trick the whole time. I mean, she's the one who gave her the history of the house. She's the one who contracted the other people. She's even the one who contacted the realtor who sold her the house. Holy crap, that would be incredible. All would be forgiven. If there was some sort of Saw-esque style reveal at the end and we see that it was the secretary planning it the whole time. She's just this crazy cult member and she's trying to get her to join the cult by scaring her. That'd be awesome. I don't think that's what's gonna happen in the movie, but there. Fixed your movie. Okay, so the secretary brings in the big guns.
So I know that there has been some real crazy things taking place in the house.
My dog will sit and bark at something that's not there.
Come on, my dog barks at things that aren't there all the time. The other day, he was just looking at the toilet and barking. What are you doing? That's just dogs. They're kind of dumb. Okay, so these hacks fill Lindsay in on what's really going on.
There is a spirit of murder, suicide, and death long before you purchase this house.
That's right, Lindsay. I mean, way before you ever got
Not
here.
to be offensive or anything. Can't tell if this is a dude. Probably doesn't help that he's wearing that necklace and has the same hair as Ellen DeGeneres.
All those people that you brought in here, the ghost hunters and the psychic, they can detect the presence of an entity or evil spirit or whatever they want to call it.
But what they can't detect is the fact that the only people who this lady seems to bring in are people with TV shows.
I mean, and these kind of spirits actually feed on that. I mean, have you noticed on the walls, they were all pictures of people that were dead. Have you not even thought about that?
I hadn't thought of it.
What are you, stupid or something? I don't get all this, like, trying to justify that ghosts are real, but explaining that, oh, no, they're not really ghosts, they're actually spirits.
There is absolutely a spirit of death. I felt it when I walked in.
Please! Let me explain something to you, Mrs. Parker. Psychics, they are dealing with evil spirits. So, for instance, during a seance, they are not talking to dead people, okay? They're talking to spirits.
Them Ouija boards and talking to get dead people and stuff, they're actually just spirits, all right? They're evil spirits. That's what ghosts actually are, all right? So these are ghosts and they're experiments and spearmint gum.
Okay, these spirits inhabit other people's bodies while they're still alive.
She's absolutely right, Lindsay.
I can corroborate that story. She's absolutely correct on that.
But the difference is, they don't have the power to deal with it.
We got the power, Jesus. They ain't got the power. I gotta say, this really makes Christianity look bad. Like, they say that this is a true story, which it's not, obviously, but if it is a true story, then yeah, it's probably, like I thought from the beginning, the secretary behind it the whole time, who's scaring her into believing that she's got ghosts and spirits, and then she brings her cult leaders over. Join our cult if you want these spirits to go away. It's so dumb, it pisses me off a lot. Like, this really makes me mad, because this is turning Christianity into a cult, and I know a lot of people out there will say, well, Christianity a cult. Maybe, but if Christianity is real, this is not part of it.
You have to choose the right spiritual team, and we chose that team long ago.
Please do something.
For it to really be effective, we need you to get down on your knees and accept the Lord Jesus Christ as your Lord and Savior. All right? Okay?
I'm gonna walk outside, and I just wanna spend some time praying out there, and then I wanna come in here, and I wanna go through each room one at a time.
So he goes throughout the house exercising. No, like the spirit, like, yeah, right. Like an exorcism. Until he gets to the very last room where we see the ghost again.
I will kill you!
No, you won't. You're an unwanted presence.
Hey, that's the name of the movie. And voila, she's gone.
Thank you. It's up to you to make sure that this never comes back. Whenever you accept Jesus as your personal Lord and Savior, He gives you the Holy Spirit that comes in you. And that's the power that was just manifested to take care of that evil presence.
Look, what I'm saying is the first one's free, but if you really want to benefit from this whole transaction, you got to join the subscription service.
The Bible says that whoever comes to Him...
You know what? I'm genuinely sorry that I even asked for this movie to become a Christian movie. You know, I would have been much better off if the movie just didn't make any sense altogether. So she accepts the Lord Jesus Christ as Lord and Savior, and then everything's okay. Oh, good, they became #1. Yay! The company is #1 in the industry.
I never thought we would make it to #1.
Have you seen any ghosts lately?
And would you look at that? Those two people at the end are real. Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, Unwanted Presence. And the movie lives up to the name. It is a movie that the entire time I'm like, please, just, I don't want this. Turn it off. Go away. Though it should have just been called Unwanted Movie. This is so bad. It's especially bad because the people who made it claim that it's a true story. No, it isn't, sorry. This is a bull story. Not to put a wet blanket on Halloween, but I mean, I'm not saying there's not demons or whatever, but if you believe in that stuff, then you would think that you would believe in Christianity, and if you are, then what are you afraid of? Anyway, thanks for joining me. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you're enjoying this super fantastic going through Christian scary movies through the month of October thing that I'm doing. I'll have more coming out, hopefully next week. That's the plan. I'm gonna review 3, the Ted Dekker film. Be on the lookout for that, celebrating the Harvest Festival. Until then, I'm Kevin, holding Christian movies up to the same standard as other films. Good night. This month, I'm sending out pumpkin scoopers with Say Goodnight Kevin logos on them. Super exciting. Patreon.com/SayGoodnightKev. People who pledge $10 or more, I'll be sending that to you. Usually, I send something fun or useful. Sometimes it's t-shirts. Some people who pledge and who will be getting those are Brandon Neely, John Duffy, not to be confused with Jonathan Duffy, which I have said it's not his name. I am super sorry for saying the name wrong in the past, but John Duffy, Tyler Minix, and Matt Clark. And thank you everyone else for supporting the show and for watching. I really appreciate it. I'm looking forward to talking to you all very soon. Good night.
When I was in college, some strange things happened that night.